Na kwa sasa hivi kongamano la wafanyikazi linaendelea, ambapo awali brother Mandugu Francis Atwoli ambaye ni katibu mkuu wa KOTU amezungumza, na kwa sasa hivi na kuvukisha kule tusikize yanayojiri kwa sasa. Waziri Ukur Yatani nafahamishwa kwamba ndio anayezungumza kwa sasa.
With the challenges of globalization and change, the changing world's economic and social order has had a great impact on our own local and regional socio-economic systems, which call for a complete transformation. Governments world over have been compelled to review the strategy and initiate appropriate reforms to be in pace with the ongoing changes. In these regards, time has come for trade unions to embrace changes for them to remain relevant and effective. They must continuously marshal support of critical stakeholders, especially the traditional social partners, the employers, and the various governments. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm made to understand that the overall objective of the Trade Union Federation of Eastern Africa is to advocate, promote, support, and defend human and trade union rights as a prerequisite for peace, security, and stability within the countries of the affiliates, and strengthen trade union unity within the sub-region based on the democratic principles embodied in the ILO conventions. This is a very noble objective, and indeed in tandem with the progression of the East African region towards integration. In this respect, the Union should therefore start thinking in the direction of reorganizing themselves through mergers and harmonizations of the constitutional activities. I am also made to understand that the objective of this Nairobi conference is to stimulate discussion approach for strengthening the labor movement for effective advocacy, promotion, support, and defense of human and trade union rights, and that the focus of this will be on Kenya's struggle for the second liberation and lessons for Africa, the role of women and youth in strengthening trade unions in Africa, new approaches to collective bargaining to curb industrial unrest. Fourthly, the role of trade unions in the facilitation of the movement of labor in East Africa. Fifth, the fight against corruption. And lastly, the effects of climate change on employment, among others. I'm very optimistic that the conference will achieve its intended objectives. They are noble objectives, and they are pertinent and affect every sector of the society. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Kenya, through the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, has not been left behind in this, as inviting the workers and employment organizations to partner with us as we embark on the process of reviewing the current labor laws with a view to addressing the emerging challenges in the world of work. As our key stakeholders, we value your support and will definitely immensely benefit from your experience as labor practitioners in the various areas. We commend you for the role you have continued to play in the socio-economic development of our countries and for your unwavering struggle for the promotion of social justice. Fellow delegates, trade unions in East Africa and the world over have continued to experience decreased membership due to the rapid changes in the world economic order as a result of liberalization, as a result of overall national constitutions that gives unchecked democratic spaces. We have seen cases where the trade union mutates almost on a weekly basis, making their voices very weak and become not assertive enough. For unions to remain relevant and further strengthen themselves, they should consider strategies like mergers and amalgamation as a matter of priority and basic survival. In addition, they should address themselves to such important matters on a day-to-day basis as we move ahead. That includes capacity building and training so that the various members are adequately prepared, better equipped to understand their roles and effectively play their positions as required. We've also seen cases of inability to penetrate certain sectors of the economy, like the informal sector. The informal sector, by its nature, is not very organized, but there are very many people participating and making a living and contributing immensely to the economies of those places. So your unions must find ways of bringing them not only under control, but as effective partners so that you grow at the base. We've also experienced instances of inter-union rivalries where you undermine each other and forget the collective good for your members. We've also seen proliferation of trade unions and splitter unions. These are really not healthy. We must also find ways of dealing with unsupportive employers, like those who deny their employees the inalienable rights of freedom and association. Fellow delegates, as trade unions, you need to establish your credentials as partners in development. Reinvent yourselves by adopting to change.